Welcome back, guys. Yeah, we are really proceeding heavy number of 3 games. 25 already. Wow. What? Okay. So many. That's so many. And I'm also specifically happy that I could showcase the beauty of the Watcher. Those games were very versatile, very interesting. Very beautiful, very nice, everything. Last run actually displays that. Nice choker swap. No downside in the entire run. Free energy. Give me this free energy. There's this feeling narrative that energy isn't that important if you kill your enemies. I like my energy. Especially for the important fights, the energy is so freaking important. Yeah, because the important fights are the longer fights, time eater hard. In those fights you just want to have that freaking energy every turn. Hey Papa, what's up, man? Yeah, it's crazy. Extra energy. I mean, against the time eater, plays turn 1, plays turn 2. Now you're set up, plays turn 3, 4, 5. It goes to half-life, turn 6, turn 7. Invaluable. Literally invaluable. It's crazy. 7 energy. It's like, could be worth 1000 gold in that fight. In the hard fight, same thing. The legendary midnight run. Yes. Legendary. I get myself some water and then... yeah, also any questions? Some analysis? What, average? Nah, average is rather 0.6. Yeah. But the same can be also said about other cards. So, I mean, I don't know who said it, but somebody said the Watcher rare cards are not that great, but that's obviously not true. The Watcher rare cards are just like polarized. But it is true that you have around 0.6 cards of a rare card, and that's very clear where it comes from, right? I mean, at the end of the day, we are talking about 17 possible rare cards, and you will, well, at least see 6 times a rare card in the boss rewards. Then probably 1 rare card per floor, at least 1 rare card per floor. That usually works like starting at -2%, then you have like 3 whole fights, you're at 5%, and the elites push it up to 15 each card reward. So you will see 1 there, and then like latest in the second elite you will see 1, and maybe you see a second one, but usually it's 1. But it's also kind of at least 1, right? Like it's 1, sometimes 2. So that will be another 4 rare relic choices in the acts. So now you have 6 plus 4 is 10. Yeah, I know. And then maybe you have 1 on sale, so then you're probably already looking at 11 rare cards. If you are willing to buy that. Sometimes you can even buy a vault if you have the spoon or whatever, you will also hard buy it. But yeah, so that's 11. 11 out of 17. And 11 out of 17 is 60%. Yeah. So you will see every rare card 0.6 times in average, right? So if you have a 1 run which has 2 vaults, then we will have this, like, on 1 run with 2 vaults come 2 runs with 0 vaults. But that's not where it ends, right? I mean, there are several Watcher cards which are very interesting. So this 0.6, if you just apply it to every card, we will also see a very distinctive picture. So talking about the very good rare cards, we could also say scroll, you know. Like scroll with the bottle, scroll without the bottle, and then they're like, yeah, most of our decks do have scroll. And yeah, no, in average we have 0.6, but at the end of the day, we will have some of these super cards in our deck. More than 1, by the way. So if I just go through them very quickly, Alpha is a damage solution if you haven't found Wrath and you went through Act 2, and now you're sitting at the end of Act 2, but you realize you don't have enough damage, right? While Alpha completely solves, and this is important because I think people are completely sleeping on Alpha. Kind of like always, you know, they are memeing about it. Like in a meme, haha lol, it's so bad meme. What they basically did with every Watcher card. So that's kind of stupid, and I mean the reality is of course a completely different one. While the reality is that if you do not have enough damage, and you have, let's say, you picked up a lot of blocking cards, for example, but you're not looking at a lot of, like, because you didn't pick attack cards, now you don't have enough damage per turn, but your blocking game is insanely strong, then you can basically just pick Alpha at the end of Act 2, when all the short fights are checkmarked anyways, right? And now just imagine a fight against, for example, Time Eater, right? We go against Time Eater, yes, we draw it, it's a blank, but it doesn't hurt us that bad. Now there's Beta showing off. Now that will hurt the turn a little bit, you know. But once Gamma shows up, we have a 3 energy 50 damage card. That's normal the turn where it's being deployed. But let's say we haven't procced the Time Meter at that point because we didn't have enough damage. Now the turn after the Time Meter certainly goes below 240. Now he regenerates, here he covers up. Bam! 50 again, right? 50 plus whatever damage we want to deal anyways, but maybe blocked in. Another bam for 50, another bam for 50, and Time Meter is finished. Instead of having problems with him, right? Or with her. Good. I mean, I guess Bird is usually not so much of a problem, or Deca and Donu even less. I mean, Deca and Donu are just worse Spire, Shield, Spire, Spear. But even against the Bird, you know, it can be used, but that's whatever. And then the Heart specifically, you know. You take 2 turns until you draw Alpha, maybe turn 3 Beta, but by then your deck is kind of small. And then turn 4, you can play Gamma, but maybe you can also Omega, but you can also scry into it for the Omega, right? And at that point, usually the hard fight should never take longer than 8 turns. So at that point, you still deploy 200 damage, right? It's like not a joke in that way. Blasphemy, okay. I mean, there's the other thing, right? I mean, if you have a Blasphemy availability, you might pick this. Also very strong with apparitions, but that's another story. There's also Deus Ex. And also this is something which is which I have to mention, right? These rare cards are very good as one-offs, right? So Blasphemy as a one-off can be very impactful if you haven't seen like your Tantrum, right? Or Deus Ex as a one-off is very nice. It's not only very nice with Sneko, but in general. I mean, it trades a card for 2 energy, but it's not like normal 2 energy. Basically trades a card against 2 energy you can use whenever you want, you know? I mean, I've still not understood how, like, sometimes, you know, Deus Ex is not being regarded as very strong, which kind of is surprising me, yeah? It's like it trades 1 card against 2 energy whenever you want to deploy them. In my opinion, very, very nice. Especially, you know, at the end of Act 1, if you don't know whether you will actually find that energy, it's just very good to have it as a one-off. And again, these rare cards you will very often see as a one-off in your runs. Not necessarily as 2-offs, but as one-offs, right? Devotion can be also impactful as a one-off. Okay, Devotion you can also pick more, but I'm just saying, you know, like if you're already having Gudamaru, whatever, it works. Lesson learned. What I've been talking about here, right? I mean, lesson learned is like, whoa, like what the hell, man, is going on? Some other stuff which is like versatile with like branch, but okay, that's a different story. Omniscience the same, you know, like you pick it 50% that you see it again, because now you're actually willing to buy it in a shop even, and then half of the times where you picked it, I mean the other half of the times it's probably very break-even minus or break-even, but the half, like in half of the times, this is becoming ultra, yeah, crazy stuff. Yeah, lesson learned is very nice. Gavin says Alpha decks are by far my favorite Watcher decks. It's so satisfying when it works. And the good thing is, it works every single time. I'm not even kidding. It really does. What Lost Soul says, Alpha is mostly mean because in early game you pick damage for early elites. Yeah, damage for early elites. But what about the longer fights? But yeah, also at the end of Act 1 it's not a good pick. That's obvious. I'm just saying it's very, very important to understand the importance and the significance of these cards if they show up and if you haven't faced a free run. Free runs, everybody can execute free runs, you know. That's not the beauty. I mean, even that sometimes might not be the easiest. But I'm saying, you know, Tantrum is like an insanely strong early pick, of course, and also never falls off. So we don't need to talk about whether Tantrum is OP or not. It certainly is a little bit too strong, right? But for an uncommon or whatever. But it's more about the situation where you do not find those. And then suddenly you have to understand how to do it different. You know? So we go on our journey for the 25th game. I'm so freakingly excited. I really don't want to misplay, by the way. I saw some nearly death against Nob in the last run. Where, yeah. Okay, that's a different story. I love this, by the way. I love this a lot. No, why? Because we are able to take this option. I know I have talked about it a lot in the past, right? But I cannot emphasize enough how much happiness it brings to me that I'm not reliant on this bullshit. Like, really. Like, my heart goes very openly wide happiness if I'm seeing these options and I'm saying, that is so great. We can take these options, these garbage options, throw them away into the garbage can, and have a full reroll on this garbage crap. You know? Me, extremely happy right here. Before I saw the boss relic swap. Ecto is fine. Yeah, Ecto is schon one of the worst. Also, or do you mean fine in a way that some meme way fine, or it's schon pretty bad. It's schon pretty bad. No removes, no cards, no potion buy in the shop. Also forced garbage. Question marks are suddenly very dangerous. Yeah. The worst is still fine on the Watcher, fair. I mean, I guess Sacred Bark is worse. I also believe that Empty Cage is worse. Nah, Empty Cage. Yeah, probably Empty Cage is also worse. Yeah. Broken Crown is probably also worse. Yeah. But we are forced into a big deck, and I like that. It's time for the HelloFresh ad. Yeah, no, Tiny House is fine. I take Tiny House. Tiny House is absolutely legit. Tiny House is as bad as taking one of the garbage options. If I swap into Tiny House, so whatever. Then I just pick the garbage option. Hello. Hectoplasm, bro. Brought to you by HelloFresh. So, yeah, on the right, I only see 3 elites on the right side and on the left side. And elites are key, right? I mean, with the green slime. So, what about this elite? Burning elite before fire. You know my opinion about burning elite before fire. Yeah, that opinion is not very high. Rather the opposite. I think it's complete trash. So, let's take the 3 elite pass on the left. Now, what about question marks? They are hot trash. What about shop? It's also hot trash. I think the best... No, I just walk. I just walk, guys. I just walk through this fire. Nothing really to be seen here. Okay. We have a attack vigilance. We take some. I think we can burst the back lies. Do we want that? Yes, because then we only take 4. So, vigilance, eruption, strike at what I see. I always need to make sure that I do not mess it up, but I think that's just the correct line. It lets us take less, and in the next turn we are pretty much guaranteed triple block. What could go wrong? Not much. Yeah, I'm always afraid taking those lines in case I miscalculated something. On the bright side we have 4 energy. On the bright side we have 4 energy. That is absolutely true. And on the bright side this fight is also solved after taking 4. So there's that. I mean 4 is legit. I hate it so much that it also blinks while eating away your gold. Okay, this is formidable. Specifically on 4 energy, but generally. We might change our opinion on the Burning Elite. I actually didn't want to do this anyways. Question marks are horrifyingly bad. Question marks are like lava. Like lava, you know, molten lava. It's like on the ground and you really don't want to walk over molten lava, do you? Right? This is like horrifyingly garbage. So maybe let's change our opinion on this Burning Elite. Going into Burning Elite with potions. There's nothing better than going into the Burning Elite with guaranteed potions. Look at that after 5 fights. With 4 energy. Count me in. Carve reality, great. Also free pathing. Spend gold at shops tip paid for by merchant. We cannot do that this run. The shopkeeper will be very disappointed. Clean fight. Fear Potion solves Lagavulin and not in coordination with the Path Reality. Yeah. A bit early for the coin? No. Like, okay, it's Guardian. We cannot remove defense anyways. Which means I think we are just set against the Guardian. This is the damage cover. And this is not being removed, so we will have enough block against Guardian. Because our deck will go bigger and wider, we will be able to pick any third IVC. Protect sucks in that regard. So, there's the coin. The thing what speaks against the coin is 4 energy. Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing which speaks against the coin. Coin is better with 4 energy? Yeah. The only coin we can get. So, yeah. I guess it's the best against Lagavulin, if I'm not mistaken. And against Lagavulin we have covered with the Path Reality already. What? Chat is getting better at jokes? Oh, they absolutely are. Against the Guardian we cannot even play the coin. Without taking damage, that is. On 4 energy, just imagine we go 5 energy and then we draw just Lucky into our starting hand. I don't know. It doesn't seem like the thing we want. At the same time, I wonder more and more whether, okay, there was this narrative that the coin is not a good pick because it's not good later. And I was always saying, okay, wait a second, but it's freakingly amazing early, at least, and then it does not even fall off later. Yeah, kind of in a way, it's very good now, and it's not even bad later. The more I play this game, the more I start wondering whether a coin is actually positive in the late game. Because it simply has all 4 aspects. 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 being an attack. As 0 also 0 cost, but 0 being an attack. Attacks, there are so many relics which synergize with attacks. Scry, there are many things which enhance Scry. Game block, there are many things which enhance dexterity mainly. And then there's also damage deal. So I begin really to wonder whether Just Lucky is not a positive card even in a late game deck. And honestly, I think it is. Because block never falls off, scry never falls off. So you often scry away the coins later. Oh, do you? Maybe that's mistake number 1. It even plays with talk to the hand. Scissors are infinitely better. No, they don't block scale. With fasting, that's definitely not true. With any kind of kunai, it's definitely not true. I mean, I like the scissors better than the Just Lucky. We don't need to talk about that. But, I mean, it's also scissors. I mean, what's the argument here? I mean, only because there are, like, very strong cards do exist on the Watcher, we shouldn't take good cards. I mean, that doesn't make too much sense, does it? I mean, it is true that the scissors is better. But, I mean, I think that's kind of a bad way to look at things. Coin is good if you have the good relics. So what you're saying is we don't take it now. And once we have synergy with it, we should pick it? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, we diluted base stacks with the base cards without removing. Yeah. I think just lucky is I mean, literally the only thing is about the energy. I mean, with 4 energy per turn... With 4 energy per turn, that's the thing, right? That's actually... I mean, that being said, I mean, if I take a look at this, there are like at least 2 advanced hallways burning elite. I mean, it's even good now, right? Oh, this burning elite forces us into shop. Yeah, perfect. Then we can spend the gold there at least. I don't know, it's not perfect. 9 protect, isn't it? No. Oh. Yeah. Then the rose box is better because we cannot remove the basics. Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Bites as well. So just lucky is a better in the in-hand one. Because we have to spend 4 energy kind of if you want. So that would be good. Right. So the smites are energy intense. Depends. I mean, Cav Reality I see as a 1 energy card. You don't necessarily need to play 2 energy into it. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Cav Reality is a little bit more expensive than 1. I think I just picked the coin. It feels to me that it will stay relevant for a long time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Let's not get weakened. Yeah, or we deal 24 on the back and become weakened. Which is a double strike away from killing it. That's better. 8. 8 is Eruption Brush, just lucky. Going out into Vigilance. What's the alternate play? The alternate play is actually to send 12 damage on this, 12 damage on this, and it's 20. On 20, double strike isn't enough. Yeah. This is an unorthodox play. Honestly, I don't even know how unorthodox. But it's most likely the correct line. So this is killing. With a coin. Okay, now we get the full potions. Yeah. Yeah, I was really the coin. It's difficult to say, right? I mean, what is better, Cav Reality or just lucky? I mean, even this depends. I mean, 1 energy, 6 damage is first a base strike. Instead, 0 energy for 6-7 utility is certainly way better until Smite actually hits. Smite being a normal card in a sense after Act 2, which means sometimes you don't even want to play it. So in the early game, this is of course better, but they will become very similar soon. Eruption not upgrade is certainly worse than this, but upgrade is better slightly. But then again, it's like so infinitely much better than all the other. At the moment, it's like one of our best attacks, if not the best attack until upgrade. Right, so that's massive. And we also knew that we will never upgrade them. So at the moment, we just picked our best attack. This best attack is, by the way, also better than all our other cards. So that's just very interesting. Now, that of course changes a little bit if we take the Tantrum. Tantrum and Flurry. Nee, like water, isn't it? That's definitely a Tantrum. We just talked about the OP-ness of Tantrum. Yeah. Tantrum, especially in a bigger deck, we need Wrath. And if we do not find a good Wrath source and make the deck bigger, we will cry hard. It's obvious that we go for the burning, yeah? So, here the coin is, by the way, for example, ultra good. Yeah. For obvious reasons. There's something about the potion, but I think having seen 2 potions in 3 fights, we are at 30% now. The robber. Freaking G. And we need to get to that shop with at least 80 gold, right? So we can take 1 hit, but we cannot take more. Okay, this is freakingly omega absurd. Literally omega absurd. Fear potion is kill. Like now or what? No. It's not, no. But I'm willing to use it. Ah, you mean both potions? Yeah, right. No, but seriously though. We found 1, 2, 3, 5, also 3 fights, 2 potions, also 30% potion drop. This is actually not even that valuable if you have 30% potion drop. I was wondering which one of these potions is more valuable. Also, this is more valuable, but I'm saying it's does this do the job? And I think it's actually doing a very great job, given that we can never use it against the cubes. It makes and also plays for 46 here. Intuitively and also non-intuitively, I think, bam. To see whether we need it. Naja, maybe we can also burst this. I think we use it now. I mean, we are talking extra 8 here already. I like this a lot. Yeah, Scry, also the defense we certainly don't need. Oh no. For a split second I thought I messed up. The pressure is really getting me. Okay. Okay, I didn't mess up. Okay. Hey, because it's so expensive to misplay now, you know? Also, what means we need, like, Wrath. I mean, Tantrum is good enough, right? And, yeah. Maybe we could also kill both. I think the beauty of this play is that we do not need to go into Eruption. Do you see how sick? Do you see how sick? I mean, we could also just kill them both now. But only because we inflicted vulnerable, right? Otherwise it would have not been enough. Can we kill both? No. How much damage do we have? 18, 36, 36 plus 9 is 45. And these have more than 45. No, we can block. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. I'm ultra happy here. I mean, out of many reasons. Okay. Reason number 1. This line just gives us 1 extra remove. That is insane. Without this, we could have not even killed this now. I mean, we would have needed to go this and take another 10. It's completely absurd now. Also, another thing. The coin. The coin cried away defend. It blocked 2 and also dealt the damage required. Otherwise, we could have also not killed him. Without the coin, there would have not been a kill. Yeah. This is completely insane. Now the 4 energy gives us a double block. This is completely insane. Yeah. Also the coin just gave us a remove, you know. Yeah. The coin removed the card. And the good news is it didn't remove itself, but it actually removed the garbage. This was insane on so many levels. What at the end, by the end of the run, the coin is going to be MVP? The coin was MVP a lot of times already. That's not only this run. What hard choice, question mark? Absolutely a hard choice. Fear No Evil is better than Scissors with Tantrum. They are both amazing, yeah. I'm wondering what's better. Yeah, it's very hard to say. It's very hard to say. You're saying Fear No Evil is better? Also generally I think Fear No Evil is around the ballpark of like 60-70 gold maybe? And the Scissors is probably in the same ballpark. Yeah. I wonder what speaks for which and why. Currently we have a Wrath overlay. 2.5 Wrath against 1 Calm. And Fear No Evil would complement this. Not even overlaying Calm, but still underlaying Calm. Rarity plays here. I don't know whether Rarity plays here. Probably as well. But it's more about that the balance is not there. The balance is not there, so we need the... Yeah. We can't go infinite, so Fear No Evil loses value. Yeah, Fear No Evil is not about the infinite. Also my 60-70 gold evaluation on the Fear No Evil doesn't come from the infinite. We will see around 2-3 more Scissors. But this has to be a clear Fear No Evil, right? I mean, how good is the Scissors? 7 damage plus draw card, 11 stats, 13, 15. Yeah, it's pretty damn strong. Don't need to discuss that, right? Just like very strong card. Probably equivalent to around 15 base stats. While usually a card pick would need to be in the ballpark of like 13 base stats to be pickable. Yeah. But Scissors is better now. Card is better with the 4 energy. Yeah, and also with the coin, sure. But what about the Eruption Calm balance? Also the Eruption Calm, Eruption Exit Calm balance. Look, if you have more Wrath than Exits and Calms combined, that's insanely weird. Even if we pick the Fear No Evil, we still have more Wrath than Exits and Calms combined. Yeah. If you think about it. So what alternatives are there? Inner Peace, which is not even a full Calm. Obviously we will pick that, but even the normal exits are not complemented because we don't have the corresponding Calm. Yeah, meditate. We take 1. They are not better Calm sources. Oh. Yeah, no, the 0-7 fighter, if they don't attack him, it's a good card, right? I mean, because you don't swap out, yeah. Also, this enables you to pick the Scissors in the future as well. There are a lot of reasons attached to it. Take it. Hey, no way does it play again. I mean, come on, that's so good, man. Lass es doch einfach unfreaking believable. We just hit everyone 1 time, right? Like playing some more damage. Hey, maybe that might also be good, but we could pack all the damage on the back one. The back one goes 10 block, which is actually 7 block, so we could actually farm it harder. But I don't know whether that's clever. Maybe it is. But maybe not. I mean, having splitted damage is also good if you want to kill multiple ones. The pattern play would be to hit all of them. But on the other hand, dealing 21 on the back is bringing her down to 4. Which is probably not that beneficial. I mean, most of these cards do not even deal 4. The strike does. It's on 9, which is Tantrum. Just that it's not Tantrum. Yeah. You're aware of the fact that this lies weakens us, yeah? That this louse weakens us. Yeah, there was something, right? Okay. No, but seriously though. The 1/1/1 is weird. It doesn't even give good infliction points. 11 and 12. Like, what is that? 11 and 12. I mean, I guess it works with some combinations, right? But then again, Smite does kill an eruption anyways. Scry first. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I want to attack the back. I want to attack the back. I think it will ease our draws by a lot. Interesting. Interesting and correct. I mean, what do you do if these are on 11, 12, and 9 now? Cry? Probably. Because that would have been horrifyingly bad. Just look at that hand. And now we can block 13 instead. Is there something better? I don't think so. The fight is also solved now. This is 18. Signature move, Fear No Evil is unfortunately not a possibility. How many coins are too many? This coin is definitely too many. Why? Because we always take it. No, we never take it. If you have the second coin, you basically double scry. And if you have both coins in the same hand, it's like heavily diminishing returns. Not only because they both cost 0, which is also heavily diminishing returns, but because you never want to double scry. And what did we pick up? Yeah, energy. So this is energy. This is a clear skip. Unless we need the signature move, for whatever reason. But the problem is signature move Fear No Evil. It's not that bad if you actually are willing to play Fear No Evil first. The problem just is if you're an eruption and then you draw both, then it sucks. If it's the other way around, you can play Fear No Evil first. Yeah, Carve Reality 2. I don't take the signature move. I just wanted very quickly to talk about it. Yeah, before we run into the Burning Elite like bozos, let's talk about the Burning Elite very quick. So we have 4 energy that is good. We have Carve Reality that is insane against Lagavulin, but it's also insanely good against cubes because it also comes back. Nob is solved with Tantrum, Fear No Evil, Carve Reality as well. We have 4 energy and a duplication potion. This shouldn't be any issue whatsoever. This is good, by the way. Very good. Now, perfect would be next turn to have the smite. Cannot have everything. Oh, Fear No Evil also way better against the Lagavulin, yeah, just saying. Perfect draw. The first one, yeah, but... clear open, because you don't want to have Noah next turn, yeah. And clear open means eruption, strike, or what? Should we tantrum? No, probably not. We exit next turn guaranteed. Why would we crush a perfectly well hand? How much block do we have next turn though? And how much damage is that? 33 damage. But we can tantrum without opening. Yeah, that's actually true. Or eruption. I mean, I want to draw these cards. Right. We have 4 energy next turn. Or do you mean because of the just lucky scry? I'm just thinking if Carp Reality is on the bottom, I'm really sad. How sad am I if Carp Reality is on the bottom? Maybe not even that sad. Maybe it's okay. No, probably you're right. You also get the coin scry. It's good. Yeah, that's perfect. As in, like, perfect. We could use the duplication potion to solve immediately if we want to do that. But I think I want to do that maybe on the smite if he has short. I don't want to do that on the Carp Reality now. Moment. Aha! Or we have to decide now. Oh. Yeah. Okay, but we can duplicate this for extra if we want that. So this is what? This is 30. 6 plus 24 is 30. 55, 59. 59, and we have 17, 34. We are more flexible not using it now. Yeah. Will not be challenging. Let's take a look at the coin first. Okay, we cannot scry this away, it's obvious, right? So these are the 2 cards we draw. And we are currently maybe facing 12 damage. 20 damage. So the idea is there are some draws which make it easy, right? Is it? 55, 59. And what did I say? 59, and we have 59, 34, 25. So one of this is already lethal. And if we get vigilance and defend, we can probably just block in, yeah? Sure. So max block would be 2. So if you block 2, we take 18. Maybe I don't want that. So let's see what we can do. Naja, we can duplicate Tantrum and that's about it. So... No? But maybe it's also enough already. Isn't it lethal? Yeah, if it's lethal, it's lethal. Yeah. Like we can do this, then this, and then I wanted to calculate. So this is 18, this is 16. You know about that coin we picked? Bowling Bash. Tranquility is a little bit weird, right? Having faced it like a Boolean just right now, it makes this considerably weaker. Fire Elite. Yeah, Elite. We have Smite, so Bowling Bash is strange. Strange because we are strong already, because we just faced Burning Elite and didn't lose a single HP. Yeah. Those might be good reasons. The Bowling Bash is the best AoE with 4 energy though. Against Guardian it sucks as well. It seems that we don't need it for this act. Why? Because we have not even burned potions. I mean, we have used one, but we also had, what, 5 fights already? So potion drop is like good. Is it 4 or 5 fights? So how many? No, 6 fights already. We are at 60%. And which basically means we are easy. Yeah. The cubes. Naja, the cubes we have Tantrum, Carve Reality. Upgrade on what? Upgrade Eruption probably. So yeah. Also against cubes we have 1 energy Eruption, we have 4 energy, we have sometimes Dexterity, we have Wrath, we have Carve Reality, we have Fear No Evil. No problem. Yeah, and Knob is also no problem. No, we just delete them. Yeah. Against the cubes on average, 20 max. And maybe we lose max, yeah, rather 15. And I would assume that we are getting here with 25 HP most likely. And 25 is against, is enough against the Guardian. At least 25. If it's not, we have more than 25 for sure. And 3 attacks for the Dexterity. Dexterity gain 1. Yeah. Yeah, we can block with the defense now. We can play Tantrum, Strike, Strike, Defense. Taking 15. I do that. I mean, what else, right? I mean, it's the obvious line. Cannot change it. Unless we could have not done it, but I doubt we could have not done it. So. There was no kill, so... Oh! Or could we... Or what? Or was it... I'm playing like way too quick. I think it was, right? Ah. Nein, we had kill. Ich weiß auch nicht. I'm always doing this. I don't know why. It's like, it seems so, oh yeah, let's do it. I did, guys. This is freakingly, I'm like so tilted again after this nicht das. I'm so tilted again. It's like, spew big away, not checking the next draw. Even if es ist so... es ist echt so... It's so... Ey. Ich meine, only need to... I mean, it's really not that difficult, right? I mean, we only need to take a look at the next draw, that's it. Yeah. Knob at 65. Yeah. But we could have at least looked at it. Are we sure? No, I don't know, but I mean, I did not even calculate it, right? Which is completely absurd. Like, taking 15, we can just take a look at the perfect draw. It's a guaranteed draw, right? Like, that draw is guaranteed. We always draw exactly this draw. So, Carve Reality is base 18. I just looked at how much the Knob had 65 HP, right? Yeah, I just look at 65 and I'm like, 65 is difficult, you know. Like, kind of dumb. So 65, but 65 he had double strike, right? So it's like 53. Now this is 18 base. 18 plus 3 is 21. 40 to 51, right? 51 damage. And the knob was at 53. So we could have thought about using a potion for 15. Like, we had a guaranteed potion for 15 if we wanted. Yeah. Not sure whether we wanted, but you know, we were also only 2 off lethal, so... how much do we take, though? I mean, what is the delta even? The delta was actually not... No, it was not because, like, double defend. So if we play double defend, we have full block, right? Yeah. No. We block 12 against 14. It's 13. 13 is the delta. Yeah, I guess for 13 I keep my duplication. It's very close. I mean, we have what potion drop? We have potion drop 60%. So we are not overlaying here ever. We are usually not overlaying here. Here we might already overlay. So it's basically duplication for 15. And duplication is worth how much? Probably not worth the 15. I would rather like to have my 15. But yeah. Am I unconscious? I knew it was only 51 and not 53. Probably. Hopefully. Tantrum, talk to the hand. The winged boots. Oh boy. What? Yeah, now I like that. Ooh. And we have a very strong deck, so I heard. It ain't much, but it's honest work. That's pretty much. We can take 5 elites in this freaking at due to the boots. That might be one of the contesters for the best boots I ever had. And if you know that, yeah, wow, what? We skip the shop as well. Yeah, but that is so, but... Do we skip the shop or what? Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else. We tank 8. Six. Yeah, let's do it. So... 9 plus 3 is 12, is 24, 33. Is 8... No. 33 on this is making 12. I should play this first. I thought maybe I just played last, but yeah, order. Yeah, you're right, guys. You're absolutely right. If the tantrum is because if the tantrum is on the top, we never scry it, and scry is strong if you can actually scry stuff away. So by playing tantrum first, I bring myself in a position where I might sometimes lose a scry because we scry and tantrum is on the top, and I'm like, yeah, cool. Yes, I will. I want that card. Yeah. Minor mistake, but mistake nonetheless. Yeah, and it's also something which grinds in. I have to say, as my defense, I had one thing in mind, which was like a normal sequencing on the coin with the kunai, right? So it was not like completely brainless, but I was thinking, okay, we always sequence the coin last. But of course incorrect in that spot. So card reality on this is obvious. And now we can kill this as well if you want. Yeah, I don't see anything which speaks against that. Like, why wouldn't we kill it? So this is kill. We got the gold. Tori is not so bad against Guardian and also against other leads. Essence, but I mean, whatever. Essence of Steel is good. We can use it to mitigate more life loss. The cards are coming in, I cannot even help myself. Wait, what? The gold? Did I say we got the gold? Okay, so what of these cards, what is good here? I see Talk to the Hand, but I also do see Kunai. And Kunai tells me that we do not need to block with Talk to the Hand, you know? I'm not saying that we shouldn't block with Talk to the Hand. I'm just making the point that Talk to the Hand currently is not really good with these kill. Talk to the Hand is okay with this, but not like... It's like, okay, it's good with Flurries and Weaves. I see 0 Flurries, I see 0 Weaves, okay? There is a point where we can argue that this is good with this, but this usually also kills, right? So, I'm saying this is probably only break even plus. At the moment. Yeah. Papa would also never pick Talk here. Very good. So, oh, but Papa is also an infinite. Okay. Ah. Okay. No, but seriously, what Rushdown seems pretty sick. Rushdown seems pretty sick. Because it's Ector, you do not infinite. Okay, okay, that's fair. That's more than fair, actually. So yeah, I mean, Rushdown is card draw with triple or 2.5 Wrath. 2.5 to 3 Wrath means Rushdown is a real card draw. We also thematized that we kind of want card draw, right? I mean, that was something what was available. And I think this act will probably not cause any more problems, most likely, right? Which means it's probably weaker in Act 2, but from that moment it will shine in the brightest light. Yeah, okay, and seriously though, there's also Inner Peace. Now what about it? Inner Peace is also card draw, but in our case it's not even that much card draw, right? It might be energy, but energy in our case is also a little bit worse. So I guess it is Rushdown? Yeah. Infinite or not, Rushdowns are just exactly what we want. Yeah, I think so. And it's better than Inner Peace? Probably, right? Because even if you draw Rushdown and Wrath, we can just gamble into it. And if you don't hit, we use a potion, but if you hit, bam. Also against Lagavulin, of course, way better. Yeah. Okay. Papa says Inner Peace is +2 draw at best. A cycle Rushdown is +4 a cycle. Yeah, that is true, but also needs setup, right? So, if you're talking about cycle circulation, you're absolutely right. Then this is of course way better than this. But if you're talking about direct impact, this is slightly better in the direct impact. That's why I'm thinking, okay, like what do we need power now? And then that's kind of the question, and I think we answered already. Sometimes I use the boots just to jump in a brainless way, so maybe if you see that, prevent me from doing that. Okay, so how much damage is that? 9. Yeah, you know the one run where we were here and I jumped to the rest place. Stuff like that. So, 9, 21, 47, 51. How much life does he have? I mean, to be fair, it was also a weird layout. It was some... I mean, okay, whatever. So... this is just not enough, right? We are just... it's not even true, right? I mean, this is 18, 30, 45. It's actually 45. Is it 45? Yeah, it's 45, right? It was not right. It was not correct anyways. Fortunately, he didn't have 51. Otherwise, I would be in wrath now. Okay, so 9A math is difficult, guys. Math is difficult. Especially adding those numbers all the time. It's really tough on the mind. So, we cannot proc the Tory without wrath. No, we cannot proc the Tory. Do we need to proc the Tory? Yeah. What about the plated here? Yeah, that looks very nice. Let's do the plated thing. I mean, we find the potion in 50% anyways. I'm certainly not giving that guy the satisfaction to rip us off now. I mean, this fight is freaking solved if you use the plated. And you will rarely see very good plated use. But this plated! Yeah, it's insane. Okay, so... Yeah, nearly pattern plate here. Holy crap, nearly pattern plate here. Look at this, guys. Whoa, no Tory! Nearly took one for nothing, and the plated. And the plated is not a joke. 24. Here, for example, right? This is 0 draw instead of 3. That's what I meant with like immediate value. In this case, it doesn't really matter though. Oh yeah, also kill. Hey, maybe I should take a coffee break. Okay, but maybe not. It's too much fun at the moment. Boom! Cut. These are the scissors. If you don't realize what these are, these are the freaking scissors. His brother came. Yeah, let his brother come, not a problem. Let's go, my friend. Yeah, we keep you now. It's a real card, right? Yoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay, this is not a problem. We can easily block him in. That was too easy. But he is also stupid. He came alone. Didn't even bring his slime boss. Like, didn't even bring his slime friend. Okay. So, whenever a card is garbage, garbage and trash. What about the Guardian fight? Evaluate would help us, but we have this, which is helpful to proc every time. Talk to the hand helps a little bit. Yeah, we also have Dexterity, which helps. We have Tory, which helps. We have Safety Potion. We have Draw into Wrath. It's not late enough to pick this garbage. Sequencing? Just lucky or cut through fate first? I think cut through. We really want to get into Wrath. Coin first, because we really want to go into Wrath. Okay. Yeah, Wrath would have been nice, but we keep these, right? I mean, these are... Yeah. Yes. Yeah, 15 strikes also do kill the knob. Okay, we draw the entire hand. This time we pay attention. Because we know stupid. So that's just always enough damage there, right? Of course, huh? So what is the minimum damage we can inflict? Without the rushdown. This time no stupid. 11, 22, 31 plus 24. 31 plus 24? 55. 22, 31. Which means we can fear no evil. And play block. Not take one. Not take one. Because we know stupid. Huh? Is correct, right? Like 8, 51. Minimum damage is 22, 31, 55. Save 1 HP. We know stupid. One is none though. Yeah, but one is not none if you have like a direct solve. Then one is one. Stone Calendar. Against Guardian one time, boom. Essence of Steel against Guardian solve. We don't need to pick Evaluate now. Yeah, pretty much this. Okay. So cubes try their best, but they won't succeed. Huh, so stupid. The last even gave us Tori. They actually gave us the counter. That's like Nemesis giving you the boot and then you face Nemesis again and he tries his best again. Okay. So, calendar solves. This won't go to the calendar. I can promise you so much. Idiots. Yeah. Okay. So, if we take one, right? Okay, guys, we need to make a call here. We need to make a call on this. Don't. Well, I guess if we do not, like, I mean, always calculating the worst case, right? And the worst case is we don't draw Wrath. And if you don't draw Wrath, I most certainly want to have played it. Wrath comes next turn for sure. Yeah, if you already know, I mean that's different then. Sure. Still good. Yeah, that's still good. Is it even is it kill even or what? Here? 28, 37. Chat is my truth for a frozen eye. Now then I'm very happy. So how do we do it? What is it? Fear no evil rushed on Tantrum? I don't know, you tell me. I mean, you already knew that we draw Wrath this turn. So then you can probably easily tell me what next two cards will appear. Right? So what happens and how? So if they rush down Tantrum, we need to draw one defend and we are good. I'm pretty certain we can do that. Are we good if we draw Vigilance though? No. Because then we kind of cannot go out. I mean, how bad can it even become if we do the Fear no Evil thing? Fear no Evil rushed on Tantrum. One strike kills the left. So this is 17, this guy is on 23. So the only thing we need to do is like drawing one strike, one eruption, or vigilance, or cut, or talk to them. No, talk to them is not enough, right? No, probably not. But we need to draw this, What happens if we draw defense? If we draw 2 blocks, we also can easy. No, I think it's fine. Yep. I knew it, guys. I just used the help of my chat farseers. No, it's ganz easy. It's ganz easy. I'm for chat farseeing. Huh, now I understand why people say like using chat is cheating. If you can, it's like if you always have auto frozen eye. I can understand, you know. I mean, that's pretty mean. Yeah, you don't spend money on the frozen eye, but you get the frozen eye anyways. I mean, how is that fair? Oh, Flurry of Blows Kunai. Cultist Potion. Seems extremely unnecessary. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think so as well. Plated saves more. Yeah. And Cultists win more, absolutely. Well, we even preserved 1 boot charge. This is so sick. This is so freaking insane. Man, we already have such a soul. Hey, this run is schon wieder so beautiful. I cannot even. I mean, this is like. This is so freaking beautiful, everything. I mean, with a flurry. And also slime, you know, like the slime, but yeah, who needs like money to buy relics if you already have them? Cultist. Yeah, we don't. Also, we don't even want to use any potion or what in the next fight. Or do we want to use a potion? Yeah. What I'm saying is, if he... What? Okay, you keep the plated and you proc the plated when it's necessary. Is that the idea? Yeah. Okay. Bring, 9 HP, just like this. Snecko incoming. What do you mean, Snecko? Snecko is not a pick. We picked 0, 0. This is not a Snecko deck. Yeah, plated also Tori plated. Absolutely. We have plus 20 HP over schedule. Yeah, and we also like max out the elites. Significantly. You want Talk to the Hand, yeah? The problem with Talk to the Hand is it doesn't play into the next act very well. Or does it? Actually it does with all the flurry power. Okay. No, Tantrum doesn't have enhance yet. Also, if you see duplication, then we probably duplicate Talk to the Hand as is. Also best against the boss now, right? So how do we do it? Was just lucky we could scry. Hey Nixon, thanks so much for your sub, man. Maybe thinking first and then play might be a better idea than what I just did about whatever. Okay. So we can either proc him, or we wait for the 20. If we wait for the 20 and our hand is crap, then we are super ultra sad. And keep in mind that the next hit is still not big, right? So we just... The next hit is still not big, yeah. So... So this is kind of full block. Talk to Hand of course needs to be deployed. So this and this. And then we also play double flurry. So the only possible line is Talk to Hand flurry. Hey, Big Blue Boss, thanks so much for the sub, man. And Nixon, thanks so much for the sub if I haven't thanked you already, I forgot. Kind of tired already. So, rush down Vigilance. Okay, plated or not? Yeah, not right. I mean, plated if you really preserve actually the HP with it. Loving the stream? I'm happy that you like it. Hey, thanks, GJ. Thanks so much for the sub as well, man. So what do we do? This blocks 9 each time. So I'm thinking currently Tantrum. Yeah, it's difficult. But I think Tantrum. Also Tantrum, Carve Reality. What? Carve, Defend, take 1. Carve, take 1. Defend, take 1. I think maybe better. 25 block. 25 block and plated, then we have full block. Rather scary, but the next hit is not even big. I don't know how scary it actually is. But that would mean we would need to use a plated. I mean, unless you want to take damage. 21, 12, 28 block. 28 block against 28, did I say? Did I say 28? Wow, what? 12? Yeah, no, that's perfect. What am I even talking about? What? No, because it's 25. Yeah, I thought it's 25. Yeah, 25. Of course, 25. What are you even talking about? I told you 25, right? Okay. So 9, like the first one was 25, then I calculate this is 3. Stupid. 9, it's okay, it's like my nonsense. It's just 9 plus 18 or whatever, or 7 plus 18. Ah, whatever. Heh. Okay, that was weird. 7, 21 minus 12. 9 plus 16, 25. Yeah, genau. Yeah. If we played it, we can also smite. Yeah, or just not smite, just like flurry keep smite. Yeah, the plated, I don't know, man. Schon sad. Schon sad. I mean, this is 25? This is what? 24? 28? So currently we take 8. If we use the plated, we could also use the flurry. I mean, then we go 27. Yeah, I don't know. Or we just take the heat. What about that? I could also just take the heat. I mean, 8 damage. It's 2 into the next act. Plated does nothing ever again. Yeah, I think so as well, right? I mean, we keep the plated and... I mean, what are we talking about? 2 HP into the next act. That's what we are talking about, right? On the other hand, in half of the cases, we ditch that anyways. So is it worth 4 HP in the next act or not? This is better than 4 HP in the next act for sure. Yeah. And this is literally doing nothing ever again. I mean, we even have the freaking calendar. Nah, I saved the potion. I'm not even sure whether the line is bad anyways, honestly. You think the line is bad or is it acceptable? I don't know. It feels okay to me, somewhat. Easier to take it slow. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I mean, then again, I mean, this is very... I mean, it's also dexterity, right? I mean, this line of play gives also mass dexterity as well, which is kind of nice, I guess. I mean, this blocks a lot already. Wait, is it lethal already or what? I mean, that's good, right? Lethal and such. No potion. Is there any decision here? Vicious big suck. Master reality suck and devotion suck. But wish... Ach so, with the ectoplasm. Yeah. No, that definitely values the wish for a lot. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't wish I had gold. But, you're devoted? Yeah, no, right? We don't want to... Didn't we just already pick something for the late game? Yeah, we have Kunai. Kunai and this devotion is a big suck. We are Wrath here. Heavy Wrath. Don't need devotion garbage. What the wish plates with the Tori though. Yeah. I mean, I hear you, but I don't know about that, man. I mean, it's true, but it's very expensive. Yeah, Pyramid oder was? Huh. Yeah, the Pyramid with all the energy? Oh, wait, but there are all these base cards. Naja. I take a short break. I mean, I guess the rest was garbage anyways. So, Pyramid is just about right. Probably. But it's a little bit sad with the no remove. But who says that we cannot remove? I mean, we can already go to a shop and remove. You know what, guys? I love this run already. Why? Mostly because we can farm the elites. Because the feather says so. We will have 20 cards, multiply 12 life whenever we go to fire. And usually, you're not able to take all the elites in Act 2. Because that can also carry a lot of risk of ruin. And in our case, we have a little bit more HP. We can even jump to them. Good, this is against a lot of gremlins with the pyramid, sometimes maybe, but it's more about the sustain. Specifically, if you took the pyramid, you cannot go elite farming Act 2. But we can because we have extra energy. So I really love how everything kind of comes together. Our deck is also really decent to farm elites without having AoE, which is a big downside. And also still having a lot of base cards, so our first draw can absolutely still break. So... But it feels very beautiful. Yeah. We also didn't need to waste, also if you wonder why our deck is like so stacked, it's also because due to the nature that we didn't need to go to a shop. Because we just don't have gold, but what I'm saying is instead of going to a shop, we actually found a card reward, whatever. Yeah. The defense are not as bad because of Kunai, but the strikes suck. They do really suck. And I would also definitely like to remove one, maybe. Not so sure where. So this doesn't carry options. So it's always this. And then we have a decision to... I mean, it's always this, right? And then we can still make a decision. So is it Rushdown, Tantrum? I love also easy turns like this. Kind of Talk half or something? Maybe Cut. But probably not Cut, because Cut gives us exactly what we want next turn. Not Thieves 1 out of 2. That's also pretty good, right? If you think about it. So, yeah, strikes we can keep. I mean, strikes just help us to inflict lethal. If we are not inflicting lethal already, which we are. No potion is great. This potion will come back later for more. Halt Kunai. Halt Pyramid. Halt a lot of Wrath. Halt Rushdown. I want to have at least one halt in the deck. Decision. Question mark or monster? Monster can be thieves. This could give us minus 75 gold. Do we always need to go through the shop or not? Yes. We still have boot charge. Yeah, but do you want to throw away the boot charge? I'm not so sure about that. But yeah, it could also be a shop ambush. Yeah. What I'm wondering whether it's better than this. And I don't know, to be honest. But the hallways are kind of weird in Act 2. Question marks can carry so much more value. Spirit Shield regret? No. Oh, Spirit Shield. Pyramid Spirit Shield. If you would have Spirit Shield and Eruption, that's not so good, right? Spirit Shield is pickable. Heavy but works. Yeah, but not Eruption and Spirit Shield, right? So... Wait, what was that? That was not pain, right? No, it wasn't pain. That was something else, not pain. Yeah. Regret, yeah. Spirit Shield. Pyramid Spirit Shield. I guess I'll take that. Right, I mean... No, it doesn't scale with the dexterity how we want to, but... I think it's a very good... It's a curse. The Spirit Shield. I mean, at least it blocks turn 1 for 12. I mean, that's not bad. And from the turn 2 plus, it will block a lot more. We can also upgrade it. It's a good upgrade. Do we have other good upgrades? Not really. Rushdown is an okay upgrade. It also kind of ends there. No, I take the Spirit Shield for sure. What you saw on the tier list that it's S tier. On which tier list? S tier. Yeah, right. That must be a very, very weird tier list you have there. But hey, yeah, look at this. S for shield. Yeah, probably this, yeah. I mean, we could use the plated to block full. Which is weird. We probably don't want that. So, yeah. Okay. Potion drop is really high though, 50%. 50% for 1 HP. Yeah, what about... No. So, about this strike here. I think we just keep it. Alright. Fear no evil. Tantrum. Lucky. Can get Dex first. Just Lucky blocks 2, 3, 2. Right, it blocks 2. And Vigilance blocks 8. No, what? 6. Six plus 1 is 7. We could block these two. For those who are wondering why we kept Coin and Flurry, that's why. So from this point on I probably don't want to take more damage. If avoidable. Very much avoidable. Good fight. No potion. We paid 2 HP for a 10 HP potion. Not bad. Upgrade. The upgraded of the gods, guys. Okay. So if you don't want to waste the charge boots, we have to go here. For the juicy remove strike, we don't pick bites. I think sustain is good already. And not only that, but we also have 2 potions. Simplest would be Spirit Shield, Rush, Don't Strike. Alternate play is only possible if we kill. No, it's actually possible to just play alternate play. I rather like to bam. So how do we bam them? 24. This is 18, 16. Can we do 16? Difficult. 34. 9 plus 18 is 27. 33. 24 plus 9 is also 33. Yeah, okay. I don't really see it. What about the 50? How much damage do we have? This is base 6. Also, how much energy do we have? 4. So we could play all 4. And the base is what? 9, 15, 33, 66. Plus, what? 9, yeah. Also, 66, 72. 72 plus 9, 81 max. We can never kill 2 birds. But it doesn't really matter if we just kill 1, because then we take 1. And 1, as you all know, is none. Okay, this looks now a little bit weird. I really have not figured out a good damage distribution, I don't know. Wait, what? Oh, it's really none. If we wanted to be none. So, currently, we have 42 damage, which kills 1. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's 1 freaking damage. I mean, it's really, I don't know. I mean. Yeah, the regen is probably better than the steel. Because we can use it, that's the difference. Brilliance is Garabaccio. Yeah, here even Stone Calendar might play. So, yeah, use the potion. Eruption is kill. We should do that. We don't really like her attacking next turn, that's why. Okay, this I don't know. Probably this, but not sure. Okay, she doesn't attack, that's pretty good. That would have been a lot of damage. So this 27. Which is 1 just lucky. And the smite if you want that. Beautiful. He doesn't attack again. He just stay in Wrath forever. Yeah, if we do that, we need to go into Vigilance, but that's also fine. Yeah, this is not clear because we might also kill. So 3, 6, 7. So if they stay in our hand, we could use 1. Then again, we could also just let them stay in our hand. She will attack for a lot though. 1 for dexterity, yeah, that's clever. Okay, she tries to attack us. It's a pretty good spirit shield we just had. Maybe I shouldn't have used the regen potion. I mean, there is a rest site right here. But we can also argue that if the rest site brings us to max HP, the potion doesn't matter. I think there are arguments to be found for both lines. I know what you want, guys. You want that the Stone Calendar kills. Peace Pipe. We just found our removes. Meditate is suck, right? Yeah. Still meditate, you want it? Meditate brings the best card back, plus gives us energy. It's okay, we could take it. Can we talk about Third Eye? Third Eye should be sucked, because we don't have garbage cards in our deck and all the good cards are in our hand. Meditate seems unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. But it's okay. I mean, it's not a bad card. Like, 1 Meditate seems fine. But in the first draw it just sucked. So, I don't know. It seems also to me that Meditate is not necessary. I mean, at the end of the day, we will just draw good cards. Why would we have Meditate? Yeah. But Third Eye, on the other hand. Third Eye. No, like the good cards are in our hand. Yeah. What Consecrate? Yeah, now we're going in white territory. No. The Meditate is probably good enough. I mean, it also gives us the calm required. I wouldn't mind the Meditate. Yeah, Meditate, Spirit Shield, but also in general. It's not a bad card, really. Yeah. I mean, only if it would die, otherwise I wouldn't take it. But I think as the thing stands at the moment, it's pretty good. We took our remaining strikes, right? You wish it would be upgraded? Yeah, I also wish it would be. I mean, sure, upgraded cards are better than non-upgraded cards. It doesn't need an upgrade either. Exactly. And we can play it exactly when we want. So I absolutely don't mind it. So here, I'm willing to use a duplication potion in this fight if it's needed. So so we go to a fire, which will heal us 12. So we can voluntarily take 12 in this fight if it's needed. I'm just wondering about the damage. 13 plus 8 is 21, is 42, is 51. We could actually kill this guy. I didn't miscalculate, right? 21, 42, bam. Yeah. Let's do that. How much do we block? 6. So we take 15. But duplicating a rushdown, that's criminal. Now, if then we would duplicate, maybe talk to the hand, or like if we would have not had the kill, right? But we have the kill. So yeah, I think we just take the 15. I mean, we just said that 12 is free. So I'm not exactly sure what speaks against that line. Tantrum comes back, so we never lack damage. So net is irrelevant because we can block in against the net turn. Lagging damage also never happens if you have the Stone Calendar. We just saw how sick impactful it is. Yeah, I have not really calculated the damage. I just spammed a little bit here. So we need to spend all. Hey, King Doindis, thanks so much for the sub, man. So yeah, I just this and this halt, yeah. So. How much should we block? Is it enough? Yes. Mercury Hourglass, not bad. I mean, whatever. Speed Potion is not that bad with the Pyramid. Rushdown sucks. We will never use that. Crush Lens though. Yeah, Crush Lens is weird because we already have scaling number 1. And number 2, we will not upgrade it for a big while. We might even get... I'm not even sure whether the 1 blue card is not better. Like this should even be better now. Yeah. The Indignation, yeah, I think with Pyramid the Indignation is probably better. No key? No, there's a chest of the ages. Why would we take the key? It's affected by dexterity, not per card. Yeah, dexterity is like the extra. Yeah. There's both dexterity or no dexterity. And why did I just do that? Ah, whatever, that was stupid. Okay, whatever. I didn't even need to defend. Okay. Fortunately, nobody saw that. Also doesn't matter because we did take 0. Nothing. For nothing. We are very, very good here. Weave and Flurry. Weave is 1 scry, 2 scry, 2 scry. Flurry is Dance with no exit. But this counts. What is better? Flurry is also stronger with Scry. Also stronger with Scry, yeah. I'm not exactly sure. Like, what is... Okay, so if you give Flurry... Also, if you give Weave away, right? Then it comes directly back. And then we do it again. Then it comes back again. Now, if you give Flurry away, we receive it. We probably receive it again. We probably receive it again, right? Like, it's kind of better. And so it's Flurry better than Weave. What we already have room for 3 Flurries in the hand, especially with Rushdown. Yeah, but we also empty our hand quicker if we do have the Flurry. Flurries and Weaves come back separately, so we have better... Okay, interesting. We can manipulate the hand size better. Yeah, but the Flurry just comes back way more often. I mean, so... I think it's pretty clear. If you take, we take Flurry. We will also play some exit, right? I mean, one exit is definitely beneficial in this deck. So, I mean, while I wouldn't take the Fist, I would certainly pick Empty Body. Or even Empty... Also Empty Mind or even Empty Body. Because of Kunai. But with Frizz, we can't decide not to get it back with Meditate. Why? Usually you don't get the Flurry back with the Meditate, but in our case with the Pyramid, we can actually get it back. I will take it. I mean, specifically with Scry, right? We have a little bit Scry, we can Scry them away, they come again. Super good. The only thing is like that the first hand is worse. That's literally it. And afterwards it's just like super strong. I like it a lot. Like this, right? Like the first hand they suck. We already know that. This is not a surprise. Target this guy first with this garbage hand. Okay, I'm not exactly sure where this is going. I assume this is where it's going. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that we have lethal here. I mean, I don't know, but it looks quite good to me, these flurries. So... Oh, actually that was bad. Now we... Oh, no, actually we got all flurries. I didn't... Oh wait, that was bad. Now we don't... Spew country. There would be a fasting for the damage amplification. It doesn't make any sense. Bong, bong, bong. Yeah, 1 dex 30 more maybe. Oh, he wants to weaken us. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, we don't get the flurries back if we keep on these smites. It's a little bit sad. So how do we do it? Really not sure. We could just spam a little bit. Man, that's like a lot of damage. Oh, we even have the freaking stone calendar if you think about it. So speed potion if everything goes really stupid. Could also meditate in between. Is that a thing? Huh? But execute is kind of sussy. Or is it? How much is it even? Yeah, it's only 66. What? And here I'm sitting here afraid. What is only 66, man? Das ist ja lächerlich. Das ist ja completely ridiculously low. And here I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, oh, maybe we might have a problem. Are you freaking kidding me? We can block this jump in Wrath even. If we want to do that. Ja, completely lächerlich. That is if he attacks. Was ist denn das hier eigentlich? Weak Potion or not? Weak or Dexterity? Weak is better, right? Yeah, the usual establishment bait. Yeah, what Omniscience Pyramid is a thing. In a way that it's usually worse. Yeah, because you have all your good cards in your hand and you cannot dispose them. Do we even have anything to meditate to Omniscience? No. And it's also already Act 2, so we now don't see a second one. Yeah, it's pretty bad, the Omniscience. The establishment looks like complete trash. Like what do we want with it? Like makes auto reverse. Against the time meter is doing 0. So nothing really. Yeah, doesn't make any sense. I'm saying that even a madness is probably better than the establishment here. Would also need an upgrade, and I'm not even sure. I mean, what upgrade? I mean, we are continuing to remove the garbage defense. I mean, we just saw how bad they are, right? Pandora's box sucks because we have Peace Pipe. Peace Pipe plus jumps. There would be the Violet Lotus. That's probably pretty good. Yeah. Black Star. Why? Because of the jump? Yeah, maybe. I don't know, it gives us a lot of relics. But the other one is like certainty. Do you think we overlay energy if we do that, or what? I don't know. I think we can just checkmark our energy here. But whether we need energy? Naja, the Black Star is probably worth like 5 relics if you want that. And we also do have Rushdown, so... Still gotta get the Burning Elite. No, we already have the Burning Elite check marked. But we might also decide, yeah, no. Also, we want to take Max Elites, and that's probably 4. Because we can choose our pathing. So if there are 4 elites we can take, then we might even take 5. Yeah. So it is pretty cool. The thing is that the Lotus is also not bad, but we do not start in Calm, right? So it never helps us turn 1. If you don't want to do that, it also doesn't help us really turn 2. So I can see that from turn 3 we are set up like crazy. And you like relics, right? So I wouldn't mind to do that as well. At the end of the day, we will also receive like garbage curses from the bosses. And these garbage curses, yeah, you know. What I'm simply saying is at some point, Spiritual is full hand, Meditate gives hand. We aren't energy intensive at all, especially not if you draw the flurries. Yeah, absolutely true. And we also like these Black Star runs. They are just a lot of fun. Yes. So that means 3 elites. Without the boots it would be different. Without the boots it would be definitely different, sure. So yeah, I mean, I guess we take the 3 elites and we do not want to go to a shop. We can remove this. And then the upgrade thing upgrades our entire deck over the boss fights. That looks pretty spicy. And we want to jump after this elite. We want to jump here. This is full heal. And then we can remove the garbage. Very nice. Few fights. Pain, while in your hand, does 1 HP whenever you play another card. Does it exit the hand? No, it stays. It stays and pings you. So we take it, we go here. We might even remove it. So we go here, we get pinged 7 or something. We go here, we get pinged maybe 7, 14. Yeah, maybe 25, 30 life loss. We go 41. Yeah. On the other hand, we could just pinpoint upgrade something. Also, the upgrades per turn are not even that impactful. I mean, what does it even upgrade? And honestly, it's really not that impactful. Yeah. What utilizes sustain? Yeah, or we just get the best upgrades and that's it. So what is the best upgrade? Tantrum or Spirit Shield? 7, 8. Yeah, Tantrum is nice, Spirit Shield is nice. Probably Spirit Shield. Can also return to the hand. Yeah, man, what? Hey, if this run would be in danger, I would already be very sad about this crap. Mano, man. Hey, these suckers. Really. Yeah, also I have to tell you, I'm very happy that we don't have the garbage in the hand, because let's look at this now. Just imagine this with garbage. So, weak potion goes to 8, then we have the block. That's fair. Unless we have kill. Do we have kill? No way we have kill, right? Check the relics? What do you mean check the relics? I know what relics we have. You don't check the relics? What do you mean? Which relics? So 24, 33, 39, 43. At the shop. Ach so. Yeah, no, yeah, right. What relics were there? Did we check them or what? Or did we not check them? I don't know. I mean, truth to be told, I don't even want to see them. Wait, what? Did I mess it up or what? Oh man. Ah, sucks, man. 9, I wanted Kunai coin plus weakness potion for the. Yeah, but the relic kind of confused me a little bit here. Yeah, I probably also take a break. 9, I mean it's not the relic is okay. There's no problem. Yeah, I take a break. Yeah, this spew police. It's not spew because like too much easy. So no, not here. Not on a 24 streak. Not on a 24 streak. Okay. So I can now take the weakness potion of shame if I want that. Yeah, let's use the weakness potion of shame. Very good. Yeah, one-time weakness potion of shame, please. Coming right up. Okay, so yeah. So what are the options? No options really. We need to play Rush Down Tantrum. Or Rush Down whatever. But probably Tantrum. This has less HP than the other, so I target this anyways. Yeah, that works. So currently taking 13 plus 8, 21. Could have played Flurry for free. I really need to get this stuff together, guys. Blasphemy Pyramid can be very good, but so late, not really appreciated. Russians is just utter garbage against the heart later. I don't really want to do that. So, this is 8 block, it's not enough. Yeah, we could flurry before the meditate, that's what I'm saying. So... yeah, Hufflepuff, thanks so much for the kind words, it's appreciated. So we have two options here, the one costs us eventually or possibly a lot, the other one costs us 8 HP. I'm very happy that we do not have the pain at the moment in the dude. The pain in the dude would be very, very painful. So if we take 8, we go to 47. We go here, we might go to 30. We go back to 40. We might go to 30, but probably not. We go here, we are still at 30, then 40, then 50. Yeah, I'm very happy that we don't have the pain in the dude. So, yeah, I think it's not possible to... I mean, we could do that and then take the curses. That might be better. Also take the debuff. Yeah. But if we do not see the debuff and we flurry again, it might become expensive. And with expensive, I mean very expensive. Yeah, I really don't think we should. Yeah. I really think we just take the 8 like a man, and then we are probably good afterwards. So we talk. We can do this. Yeah, 16, we take this again. So block for 1. Yeah, there was also not so much upside, absolutely. No, it would have not been a good move for sure. Yeah, we don't want to get first, so much I can tell you. 32, yeah, that's 16, so if you just meditate out. I'm not even sure whether craft is positive. That being said, we also need to do some damage at some point. 24 and curve. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. That's 38. Take one again. Whereas one really is none, so who cares about that? Yeah, that's like 27. Vigilance this. Yay. Probably like this. That's 27 again. 27 sounds good to me. Man, this is such a slow fight, it's unbelievable. Debuff. Curse. Debuff. 27. Oh, but if he exits, what calendar? Oh, finally, guys, finally the calendar, the savior. Kind of unfortunate that the calendar arrives the same time where it is just dead. Yeah, weak potion came back. Height for upgrade. Wow. Yeah. I mean, upgraded height is something. I'm definitely taking this. Wait, are we in danger if I go into eruption? Maybe. Yeah, I'm very happy that we didn't take the... I'm very happy that we didn't take the thing. Next node we jump, yeah. Man, do I need to focus here or what? Are you freaking kidding me? What's happening? Yeah, we have these shitty defense, like it's crazy, right, how they are clocking us here. It's still 4. Next node is 1 less, though. And I'm happy that we have that fight now. This fight shouldn't be a problem. For whatever reason, we are dealing really not a lot of damage, but I guess if we get the flurries, it's really for bam. So this. Yeah. Yeah, even this card reality is very bad at this moment. Like, very bad. Yeah, we cannot even... This is so weird. Hä? Oh man, Mann. Hey, diese dummen Defense hier. Die stacken echt so... Defense sind wirklich 4, 6, 8, 9. Defense machen mich fertig. The one flurry. Get it back with meditate though. Yeah. No idea. Maybe like this. The defense have to go, guys. What the hell? Why not Fear No Evil? Yeah, because the one costs 0 and the other one costs 1 more, right? Yeah, the defense remove will make our deck considerably stronger. Unceasing Top is a little bit bad for us. Toxic Egg is interesting. Touch Fate can never be. We already clocked. Oh, there's Empty Body Plus. Yeah. Oh no, of course it comes upgraded. Nah, okay, whatever. 12 HP just like that. Yeah, let's remove this garbage, I think. Or is it even the best remove? Maybe Spew, Card Reality might be even worse. I mean, maybe not now, because we can still get the Snake Lady. And Nemesis also is better. But yeah. So this. Okay, I'm also willing to use a potion. Top 3 is always unreliable anyways. Because of Meditate. Oh, wait a second. Oh. I did actually not expect that we receive Unceasing Top in this. Also, generally, the top playing is a little bit a surprise for me. I'm not kidding. Did it surprise you? I don't know. It's definitely a surprise for me, so much I can tell you. That was weird. I really didn't expect it to actually play. Okay, so I picked Empty Body. Was it even clever? Yeah, that was probably clever. I mean, look at what we can do with the Empty Body. I can do this. You could even Empty Body in between if you want that. Yeah, no, that was probably good. What? Turn 1 and Season Top will definitely play most of the time. No. Absolutely not. I'm super surprised that it actually did play. Out of 4 we might be able to manipulate with the pure... Probably not. Question card. Okay. Man, Meditate Plus. Just rubbing it into our face, I'm telling you. Yeah, we cannot take Meditate Plus. I mean, it sucks so hard, specifically with this, and we already have Meditate, right? It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The Just Lucky is also extremely weird. Because we already have the Flurry Party. So... Partay. Flurry Partay. Yeah, also, I don't know, with the energy, do you think? I mean, we already don't spend our energy every time. Seems weird, despite having the kunai. Lucky with the top is something. Boah. Sounds like a weird pipe dream. A very weird pipe dream to me. Yeah, very much. Big pipe dream here. The Meditate. Second Meditate seems so weird. I mean, you never want to have 2 and 1 is more than enough. I mean, 1 is probably already not being played. Sometimes it will play. Second one is complete garbage. I will never take the other. And yeah, no. Our deck is also already fairly upgraded. Yeah. I don't know what we want to do with a non-upgraded coin. Sounds extremely sus. More pink. Yeah, blind is extremely nice. We still need this. Weakness. Purity. And finesse. Finesse sounds like insanity. Panic button might be better. Blind is also maybe look at everything. Yeah, no, sure, certainly. Yeah, finesse is completely insanity. Yeah. 2 purities for infinite. 2 purities for infinite. Yeah, no. So you want that purity, are you sure? It makes our first roll considerably worse. But I guess with the pyramid it's hard to argue against it. So 2 purities was never on the table. That's of course complete nonsense. But I guess we can take it also because of the top. So there's that. Yeah, no, sure. Welcome, welcome! Yes, I take a look at the relics, which we cannot buy. Not that it matters, I mean, but it's information, right? It's information. So, Giant Head price again. We probably take exactly 0 in this fight. I'm very happy about the empty body. We can keep that as well. Okay, at the moment we are not dealing damage, but... Oh, wait. Yeah, we want to purity those. Whatever. We purity in a better way next turn. So, get the blind back. Yeah, no, we don't remove all and top. Yeah, our setup is still a little bit slow. Oh man, our setup is just so slow. I mean, if we are really being a little bit honest here. Yeah, this is upgraded anyway. But yeah. So what is it? Yeah, okay, also basically, okay, our setup is really not very quick. And what did we pick now for this setup? Okay, at least one defense is upgraded now. We don't really have card draw. Not yet, right? I mean, we still have 2 floors to find, or what? Yeah, 2 floors to find. Scry would be nice. Yeah, there was a scissors, I didn't take it. But, I mean, non-upgraded scissors. It's hard to just, Yeah, okay, I don't know, maybe I should, I'm kind of deleting this run already because I think we are very strong, but that's probably just stupid. Also the relics we received we couldn't really use until now, so there were a lot of garbage relics as well. So, this run is very strong, yeah, of course, it's insanely strong. But maybe we can prevent some of the garbage plays and then it might be stronger even. I mean, we also already have scissors. I don't even know what's going on here. Yeah, carve reality is probably something which falls really off. The 6 damage is basically a base strike, which sucks heavy. And then there's the carve, and then there's the smite afterwards, which probably also sucks a little bit. Not exactly sure what is the boss. Yeah, the bird. So what else? This pulls, this is like stance. But these we need to overdraw, but we could also scry them. Talk to them makes this actually not even that bad. Tantrum, okay, Rushdown is a card for the wrath of any kind. Blind is just good block, you know. These are just really garbage. Maybe we should remove them. If you draw them early, we are very sad anyways. This is good. This is good. I mean, it stays in the hand, but it does block, so even if we are just blocking enough, it was also upgraded. This is also cool. This is cool once we can stance, and this is cool. Purity is a little bit weird. Yeah, Purity is pretty garbage. But then again, like if the hand is too bad, we can still unseizing top, and it will help future turns against the heart 100%. So 100%. Nah, it's more about the garbage. The garbage, right? Like the purity. One purity is probably fine. We can remove the status effects for 1 draw. That's fair. No, Spirit Shield is easy and we also have Dexterity scaling. The reason why we could basically deal with the others. Spear and Shield worry you a little bit. Yeah, Spear and Shield, we counter Spear and Shield with a Pantograph. We just throw the Pantograph at them. The Pantograph, guys. We just used the Pantograph. There are weird numbers being written on this Pantograph. Oh. But yeah, now we just block them as well effectively. We can actually exhaust the burns. And then we can stabilize with our hand. And we even have potions. We can use one potion and Pantograph against Spire Shield, Spire Spear. As if that's not enough, I don't know. And also we get 1, 2. We get 1 remove, 2 removes until then. We should be very good. Yeah. So what? Where am I? We have the dexterity already set up. Which means we can play Halt. Finesse. Tantrum. No, Halt another one. Don't forget the key. Yeah, the key. Absolutely. I'm very happy that we have 3 of these, by the way. It helps quite a lot. I'm also extremely happy that we picked the empty body. You see what happens, right? I mean, that's just super cool. Okay. Okay, that was bad. Molten egg, yep. More trash. At least the scissors come upgrade now. Orichalcum is complete hot garbage. Yeah, after the Black Star, I mean, we really avoided good relics, not bad. Distilled Chaos doesn't seem right. I mean, we have Gambler's Brew on the Pyramid. And also, the top 3 can pull garbage. Like Meditate. Yo. So, Perseverance is garbage. Foresight could be okay. Foresight could be okay in a way that it does block against the Spire Shield, Spire Spear if you have it turn 1, but only if you have it turn 1. Against the Heart, I mean, it's okay, you know. It's directly before the bosses, I think it's alright. I'm not very excited about it, but whatever. We can take the key so that I do not forget it, but also if you take, for whatever reason, infinite damage here, then we could... also if, yeah, then which I don't think, but if, then we could even rest, yeah, we could rest even. Rough one. I need immediate power here. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I need to talk to the hand as well. What is that here? 31 block? That's pretty good Russian. The Purity will play against the Heart. Yeah, the Purity was probably maybe not the best pick. I don't know. I mean, it's not that completely garbage. I think it's fair. Good. Oh man. Crescendo. Crescendo with Rushdown is basically you lose a card, but you gain the card and average in half of the cases back. Which means it's break even, but you get energy from it. It coordinates with the unceasing top. And you can also keep it. Yeah. You can stance with it. You can wrath block with it. I think I'll take that. Make your opening hand burst. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not exactly sure. Does it? I mean, I don't think so. Bring 15 heal. Yeah, top is kind of fail-safe for that, but then if you have Ascender's Bane, it backfires. Not exactly sure. I'm just happy that we didn't pick the other garbage meditate. So, we can remove base defend, I guess. Base defend is pretty bad. Alternate would be Calf Reality. I'm just wondering, Calf Reality. Yeah, I mean Calf Reality. Yeah, I don't know, they are both pretty bad. So energy 18 is a bit sus. Yeah. Pretty bad. I was wondering whether it helps against Fire Shield, Spire, Spire, but I guess the defense is just better. I mean, I don't even know whether this might be even a positive thing. So I guess Carve is okay too. You want to upgrade? Energy upgrade is out of the question. I don't really see what you would like to upgrade. Nothing. Got Purity and top. I still don't exactly see it. You mean because we can Purity Carve? Or what's the idea? As it's not the Meditate. Meditate should win turn after. Tantrum upgrade doesn't give us any power. No. No. Let's talk the complete trash, please. I mean, Carve Reality is literally complete garbage here. Well, we kind of never ever won this. I think I would like to keep the height here. We can use height for 4, but I'd rather like the option. Yeah, the Forset is actually quite huge, right? What, did I not play Reikaikum? Yeah, that's sad. Yeah, I don't really see it. Let's just play Finesse and then make our decision. So... yeah, with that much garbage out of the way, I think Eruption comes down. Oh. Cool. Yeah. Then cut through fate. Worst case, we gamble. Oh, I actually didn't want to gamble. I don't know. Do we need to or what? Interesting. So this is 20. Let's say what we got. So we got 22, 22, 44. That's good enough, right? I mean, let's be serious here. I mean, this is so super. Yeah, like no problem at all. No gamble required. Alright. Yeah, the purity, man. I don't know. I don't know how I got sucked into the purity. Oh, we are not wasting potions here. Come on, guys. Doesn't make sense. Ah, 16. We cannot exit again. Yeah, okay. Let's start to play reasonably here. Okay. So currently the backboard attacks us for 26. So we can expect 37. Incoming 37. And this would be block. I don't mind if we can also just do it. I don't know. What, wrong order? Yeah, but if it's full block, then it doesn't matter really, right? But maybe you also don't want to block like that. Maybe we just block with one defense. Is that good enough? Probably it's good enough, right, to block with one defense. Then we have Spirit Shield next turn. So kind of idea being this now blocks 8. Now it's 9. What was it? Ach so, the order about the Wrath. Ach so. Ja, ja, genau, ja, sure. 37. I mean, we already have vigilance in our air, but that's good. So, yeah, the purity, also holy shimoly, yeah. The purity, cool. Okay, is that overblocking? Probably. Purity doing work, hey. I don't know. I kind of got sucked in with the upgrade, I think. Yeah. Kind of exhausting. The bird is like basically goner. We just bam him. So what do we need? So many clicks until victory? Sure. But it is what it is. So what is that? No. Once we get Shuriken, we scale. Yeah, the Shuriken. Right. Oh, the calendar. The calendar tries to help, guys. If we just buy it from the shop, right? Yeah. A sound idea. I like it. Oh my god. Ah. At least you got the 12. So, how do we do it? Against the slug, the thing actually helps, by the way. Break time? No, we already did one. That's okay. Let's start with this. It's fine, we have the calendar. Yeah, the calendar. Right. Time meter shouldn't be bad whatsoever. Sure. So, purity. Naja, we can purity now 2 base defense. That's somehow probably the best purity we will get. The slimes we can just exhaust manually if we want that. But yeah. Yeah, but she doesn't slime us now. So... What, you want to remove 1 flurry of blows? You're not really, right? The coin. Really? I thought we just remove everything which doesn't read attack and then we are done with it. And let's be serious here. I mean, attacks are scaling. That is trigger happy? Yeah, happy trigger romper. What the hell? I'm not even sure whether blind is needed. But yeah, whatever. So rushdown. If we trade everything for dexterity, that's probably a good deal. So maybe if we can play 2 flurries first. Interruption. Then foresight is obviously good. We will play empty body at the end. So currently 9 times 3. Yeah, we could also play vigilance at the end. So what's better and why? The 9 times 3 are actually 10 times 3 or what? And is it? I don't even know what that means. I mean, 8 times 3 is 10 times 3 or what? What does she currently do? 9 times 3. But why? Because 12 times 3? Oh yeah, with the vulnerable, right? So it will be 15 times. Will it be like 11 times 3? I think so, right? 33 damage. So this is 6 block. Yeah, good, then we need to play this as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess we completely outscale her. There's also talk we can deploy now if you want that. I don't think anything speaks against it, so we might as well. Yeah, if we do this, we don't even need to. If we do this, we don't even need to block, which is kind of beneficial. Yeah, we need to place 3 attacks. I don't know. We can shuffle first. The 3 attacks is basically because of the scaling. That's all. We just want to scale a little bit dexterity here. So whenever we can block, we should not take the block. We should just play always attack, 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 attack. Yeah. Weakness can be played, but it's actually only block, which means it's not even good. Yeah, it's about the second part, but actually it's not really. I mean, yes and no. I mean, I don't even want to play the meditate. I don't know, but probably it's okay. Slime needs to be removed. But my hand is full. That's unfortunate. Yeah, how do we actually exit? Oh, slimes. Yeah, slimes are my most preferred. Yep. This or what? But the calendar? OMG, man. I don't want the calendar now. Oh. Well, yeah, I don't know. I still don't want the slime. That's fine, probably. Wait, how do we block? We have spirit shield if you want that. Is that good? I guess it's good enough. No more talk to the hand. Yeah, we don't have talk to the hand any longer, that's true. If you try to weaken but you don't succeed. So currently we are facing a lot of damage. Not anymore. Yeah, it's important to always have exit, yeah? Also, one way to mess it up is to not have exit. Almost. Yeah, almost, but not quite. Not quite. Ah, blind is also good. 10. Meditate off. Yeah, she tries her best. Oh, 51 is also the small attack. Yeah, good. I mean, this is nothing. Yeah, not impressed whatsoever by this. Where are the hides here? I think we should show her some dominance. Yeah. The 16 strength time meter is crying, yeah. I mean, she doesn't even win if we press end turn here. Also, here she would, but. Good! Also the potions, because you cannot rebuy potions. So that's very important. Yeah. Short break before we go into the final fights. We can think about either upgrading Rushdown, or we can toke something. I'd rather like to toke something. I'm not exactly sure what though. Shield and Spear is scary. Yeah, we would need to think about that, right? But I guess we have one potion to work against that and Pantograph. We are nearly halfway through. Nice. Right. Purity if you remove fields like content? Well, it's probably more than content against the first burns, against the Spire Shield, Spire Spear. If we get the Purity into their hand in the first 8 draws, then we will be able to do the following. We will be able to Purity our hand, inclusive the burns, after we played all the meaningful cards we wanted to play. And then we can use the Unceasing Top. And the Unceasing Top doesn't really stop until Meditate or the curse is being drawn. The benefit is that we do have potential Gambler's Brew. So if you draw the curse, you can use the Gambler's Brew. That is the case if we are really swimming in energy. Let's say we have 4 energy, we were in Vigilance or in Calm. So we have 5 energy now, but our hand is complete crap. We can basically play our best stuff for 1 energy. Let's say we have double burn and we drew 2 flurries, right? Then we go to 4 energy. We exhaust the burns and then we have 4 energy to skim. And 4 energy to skim is actually quite impactful if you take a look at what we have. So I think that's kind of, I mean, all our cards are alive. Even this is alive. So and no, we don't Purity the Meditate. So let's Purity defend. Defend is a really bad draw, right? We don't want to draw defend. It's garbage. Now, let's see how this goes. We do have a Sender's Band in the very first hand. Interesting. Keep in mind that we have some wiggle room. Like 25 easy wiggle room plus friends. We can Purity it. Purity the Sender's Bane. Yeah, or we can just Purity the next hand and actually use the Unceasing Top for that. The next turn drawing 3 cards only is kind of devastating. Yo, well, actually we need to full focus here. This is not easy. Some relics were also not really good. This was not good, this not really, this not really, this not really. We can use the Unceasing Top now. The black star is blinking frantically. Oh, we never saw the extra chest. Oh yeah, but we healed full, that was cool. Yeah, these relics are not really doing anything. It's interesting. Now, yeah, okay. One thing I think is okay. What about the next hand? Let's say we get to 9 cards next hand. The Spirit Shield can actually block that attack. So that's a possible line we could pursue. What is the downside? What is the upside? Well, I guess the upside is that we can block full next turn. What is the downside? The downside is that we are taking 27 damage this turn. Taking 27 damage is equivalent to our pantograph. So after that we have 0 wiggle room. If you want to pursue that line. Now, what could we block even? I mean, our best block would be 21. Oh yeah, then I would talk to them, is that the question? We will have 8 cards, and Spirit Shield therefore blocks for 28, so we would be able to basically nearly block full. There's one line which basically blocks in this turn and uses the Unceasing Top this turn. This is not a line. So there are these 2 options. The one option would block 21 now. Option number 1, blocking 21 now. 21 instead of 6. So we basically preserve 15 life. Or we keep the Spirit Shield. I wonder about the Talk to the Hand. Playing the Talk to the Hand makes 0 sense. It's actually dominated. We should never do that because of Art of War. So, yeah. It's basically this. We can keep Spirit Shield and defend in the hand for 15 HP if we want that. That's exactly what we can do. Ah, it's pretty funky. Just skipping turn 1 against Spire Shield, Spire Spear. Yeah. That's pretty interesting. So, yeah. So basically next turn we have 8 times 4 block 32. 32 block automatic. That's a full block. We also have defend. It is a full block. I will probably exhaust the defend. Like Purity to defend. But it's still, it's full block. Right? So, I like that. I don't know. I think it's very good. 15 HP to keep the Spirit Shield. I just don't know what happens next turn, and Spirit Shield having an option to block 32 seems very potent. Weakness doesn't work, ever. So it feels also kind of perfect to utilize the life now with having the extra option to block 32. The 32 block would also require a card plate though. Again, the other line is just Spirit Shield defend, blocking 50 more. So what did we say? This will block 8 times 4, 32. So we are 2 energy shorter for 70 more HP. Which is okay, but the upside is that the random cards might also simply give us that block, right? Yeah, okay, then we play Spirit Shield, is okay. Spirit Shield block, yeah? Oh, the downside is that the block is not being exhausted. Yeah, good, I mean, I guess, whatever. So what defend blocks for 1 this turn? Oh yeah. So we could just play Spirit Shield. Yeah, that's fine with me. Yeah, huge turn. Yeah. It seems that it's better to just go Eruption and play these 2 hides. I mean, how much is that? It blocks for 40. So I guess let's do that. We could play 1 energy for the defend, but I doubt that's good. You want to what? Eruption, double height, and purity, everything. You don't want to play the talk to the hand for the artifact? You're saying that's useless? Yeah, it kind of is useless. Yep. It's useless until we actually rotate back, and at that point we can do weakness. There's also something about the meditate on the weakness. So we can actually play meditate weakness if you also spend the 1 energy on the talk. So our decision is here to what? To spend 1 energy for 12 damage and artifact strip. Doesn't sound that bad to me. I could even see stripping the left one. Why? Because I think we can still block this spear easier. I doubt that we can kill the spear this turn. And if that is true, then we should actually target the left one later. Yeah. On the other hand, we also unload everything on the right one because we never know when we cannot turn. Yeah. So it's actually kind of a tricky situation. It feels to me that it's better to play the talk. It's 12 damage and artifact strip. That's probably simply better. And you're saying what? We have 4 energy, or then we would have 3 energy to find an exit. Yeah, 3 energy. You're saying, I mean, our deck is not very energy intense, you know. So you want to find the exit though, or what? Yeah, you're saying the moment where we find an exit, we are kind of good. I mean, that would be also the pre-assumption. I'm just wondering because the Spirit Shield also attacks for 57 next turn. But I guess at that point we are fine. Are we? I mean, the dexterity scaling didn't get through yet. So yeah, like we can find an exit, and if we find an exit, we are blocking full. No. Interesting. And what do we do about the general situation? I mean, we are talking about spending our entire hand and then drawing 5 cards again. And then we want to block 38, which is probably possible. Because at that point we do have dexterity. And maybe powers. Even these are blocking then. We are still having a little bit energy problems, but with the Flurry of Blows, the Flurry of Blows will actually give us extra dexterity than this plays as well. This plays. Yeah. I mean, what you're saying is 4 energy is better to find an exit. Yeah, probably. No, it's okay. We can exhaust it, I don't mind it too much. I mean, that's what we have the purity for anyways. Oh. Well, I guess. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not risking again. I mean, we are happy with the situation. We are very happy here with the situation. Check draw. No, that's fine. So we also had -1 strength. I think we need to target the shield so that it doesn't debuff us again. Believe in my deck. I'm definitely believing a lot in my deck. I mean, it's not about believing in the deck or not. So yeah, I want to farm this a little bit if possible. That's the first time where we actually need to think this run. I'm absolutely not used to thinking. Tough on the mind. Thinking. Puke. The potion chance is always 40% if it's a first fight. Yeah, this gives 1 less flurry. I would probably even do this. I mean, it's only 2 damage, so... Yeah, finesse we keep. What is better? Is it better to do... Yeah, with this we can have more Stand Stance. Stand Stance at the same time gives us... okay, we do finesse first. The Stand Stance obviously blocks in, if you want that. What would we like to pull? Like, Foresight is also super sick. I mean, there are some which are pretty nice. We could also Stand Stance first, but let's do the Scissors. So this goes away, this will be pulled. Yeah, Flurry. Yeah, I think from here we can just go again. And I have to tell you that the 3rd Flurry is actually required, right? I mean, it's not that we could have just not keeping it. So, what do we do here? Yeah, Empty Body seems to be required, otherwise we don't have enough block. Simple as that. I don't mind playing blind, I don't mind playing this. Okay, we are not even allowed to play the flurries. Yeah, that looks pretty good so far. We actually, of course, play the flurries. Yeah. Just meditate. Yeah, meditate rank is better. Back, of course. So what would you like to pull? Eruption. Fear no evil. We don't have guaranteed block if we do that, but next one is very clean anyways. Yeah, triple flurry, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, 96 block is a little bit a lot. Small attack next turn. Yeah, in theory, yes, in practice, basically what you see here. Yeah, going against 96 block is kind of not what I'm looking for. Let's do this. Just lucky, I don't know, it doesn't make too much sense. Yeah, our damage deal is not really there. But who needs damage anyways? Right. Okay. So... No, not one strength again. Hey, this soccer. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, 3 damage, hey. In before stun locked. Gambling ship is very good, very, very good for us. Hey, the nunchucks are also insane. Oh, what is that? Is that a talk to the hand plus? Yeah, that also concludes this fight should be completely trivial. Very happy to have those. Super. Yeah, super. How do we do it? Yeah, double talk to the hand, of course. Sure. Yeah, that's also it at the same time. Yeah, keep these both. The both, guys. We keep the both. Yeah, very nice. Star comes in clutch at the end. Finally it's doing something. I'm so happy. So yeah, pretty good. This. What's the question? Do we stand twice, right? Do we stand twice? I don't even want to stand once. We don't even draw with the eruption. That's a little bit sad. This block is also a little bit sad. I think we still do it. Keep the Fear No Evil, meditate the eruption, that's it, right? We might want to keep those. 6, 7. Yeah, like purity, yeah, exactly. Maybe keep the defense plus, maybe don't want to, we need to waste that. So we still don't, wait, what? We still do not have the dude, man. That is a little bit sad. So what's the idea here? This? Oh, wait, that was... Huh? Yeah, we need to get rid of everything before we do our move. Oh no, they actually don't want to make our move. There is still the burn. Hey, where are these? The burns here. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, now the flurries are not in the dude, I know. But, yeah. So be it, or what. Hmm. So what about purity on burn, wound, slime, defend? Yeah, like this harden. Vigilant. Yeah. Vom Puke so. Aber ja. Why didn't we draw slime? Yeah, we drew the slime, right? Calendar is going hard. Yeah, the calendar will also happen. Sure. Yeah, we are doing honest work here. We are not just like taking the win without honest work. This is very honest work here, guys. Okay, so this. Yeah. Maybe I should have also gotten rid of the spirit shield. I don't know. But then again, I mean, we have the energy, right? So. Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah, no damage amplification is a little bit sad. But I'm taking these, it's okay, no problem. I mean, I like the run. Also with the things, I never had the feeling that we didn't need the triple flurry. The triple flurry just has pair and square. One more? No, I'm going to bed now. Also not really. I mean, I'm actually doing something, but I don't know yet. Maybe some movie or whatever. You really had like two very, very nice runs today. Actually going halfway through. Halfway through, guys. If we can just duplicate what we just did in the last week, then we would be there already. How crazy is that, please? Yeah, the Spire Shield Spire Spear was also so clean. I love that. It's 3 AM here? No, it's 4. It's actually 4 AM. Guys, thanks so much for watching. And I hope you had a great time. I definitely had. And we will see each other today. Guys. Thanks so much for watching. And bye-bye.